Welcome to Adams Scrap Recycling, everybody. I am Kamal Desor, the owner of Adams Scrap Recycling, and I'd like to show you all at home what we do here at our facility. At Adams Scrap Recycling, we use all types of different equipment and heavy machinery to move around containers, vehicles, automobiles. At Adams Scrap here in Greenville, South Carolina, we like to preserve the ecology and stimulate the economy.
Large bulk items come in by the car and truckload. The entire vehicle is weighed on industrial truck scales. As they arrive, a receiver takes the driver's name, ID, and inventories the vehicle's gross weight. The vehicle tag number is recorded by the surveillance camera. On average, Adams serves roughly 350 people's recycling needs daily. After the initial weigh-in with the receiver, the vehicle drives to the unloading area, where a spotter helps to remove the material. The spotter inspects items carefully to make sure only acceptable material with no contamination are uploaded. It is important that the spotter works well with the public in order to explain why material may be unacceptable. Any material that is not acceptable is left on the vehicle. The unloaded car or truck then returns to be weighed again, and the driver is paid for the net weight. The recovery team goes back through the pile of new materials and pulls out anything of higher value, such as aluminum, copper, and heavy steel. After the valuable items have been removed, a spotter or reclamation operator will use a bobcat or front-end loader to push the remaining material to the baler pile. A machine operator will lift material from the pile into the baler to be compressed. The machine operator is dedicated to the baler and must be able to keep up maintenance on the machine. Being alert is one of the key requirements of every position at Adams because of the heavy machinery and the high rate of activity on site. Smaller material is routed through the non-ferrous receiving area. Here, the public may bring in a variety of commodities that range in value, including electronics, copper, wire, brass, stainless steel, aluminum cans, and lead. Everything, including the kitchen sink. Each item is separated by grade and weighed on one of the 4 scales in the building. The customer is then paid accordingly. Scale operators need to be able to work with the public, properly identify the material, and operate the computer. It's critical that payments are made properly. When not receiving, operators should be processing materials and preparing them for sale to the end user. Knowledge of a wide variety of materials is required to separate items like copper and wire into different grades. Some items, like aluminum cans, are baled into bundles for easy transportation. To work at each processing station, processors need to have manual dexterity and a thorough understanding of the materials and their various grades. Examples of the materials processors may encounter include number 1 copper, number 2 copper, red brass, which has a reddish tint to it because of its high copper content, and yellow brass, which is used in a lot of household and ornamental items. Other metals include mill-grade aluminum, cast aluminum, and extruded aluminum. For individual pieces that are highly valuable, a spectral analyzer is used to test the material. This device displays the chemistry of the item in order to determine its exact value. Various grades of wire must be processed. These may include higher yield number 1 insulated wire, Romex and insulated copper wire number 1, number 2 insulated wire, and typical communication wire. Processors also require strong mechanical aptitude, good vision, and awareness skills. For example, when preparing and processing air conditioning units and radiators, processors must have an eye for quality control because they are the final inspection point before items are shipped to our customers. Another processing area is ferrous processing. Here, fabricators measure and cut large pieces of steel to specifications based on grade. Fabricators use liquid oxygen torches to process the materials and must be aware of potential safety hazards at all times. The shear area is for prepared grades of ferrous metals, including steel and cast iron. All of these grades are separated and ready to go straight to the mill. At the automobile receiving area, the automobile receiver makes sure the battery is pulled out so there's no electrical charge when the gas tank is punctured. They also check to make sure nothing has been added to the car to make it weigh more. VIN numbers of the vehicles are noted and sent to the Department of Motor Vehicles and Sheriff's Office to make sure all liens are clear. Cars are lifted and set on the processing rack. The average weight of these vehicles is around 4,000 pounds, so safety is very important. Operators drain all the various fluids from the car, making sure nothing contaminates the ground. Oil that is drained out will be used to heat the furnace in the non-ferrous building. Any leftover gasoline is drained and used to run the machines. This cuts down on fuel costs and is good for the environment. Anything that can be recycled and reused will be. Nothing goes to waste. The automotive processing goes from receiving to stripping. This is where we recover the more valuable items from the automobiles, including radiators, fans and electric motors, alternators, starters, and any loose cast aluminum from engines. A good understanding of teamwork and manufacturing processes helps in this area because deconstructing the vehicle is basically reverse manufacturing. Once stripped, the car can be crushed for shipping. Because of environmental concerns, certain types of items cannot be accepted. These include sealed and pressurized containers and anything that's toxic to the environment, like mercury. Some items are acceptable but environmentally sensitive and must be handled in a proper manner. Lead-acid batteries must be put on pallets, shrink-wrapped and stored inside a building. Electronics that are heavy in cadmium and nickel are put inside buildings and covered. It's important to handle materials properly and take the right safety precautions when handling these environmentally hazardous items. Adams also recycles electronics, computer motherboards, circuit boards from servers, low-grade circuit boards out of TVs, VCRs and stereos, remote controls, cell phones, cable and satellite boxes, modems, routers, LCD monitors, disk drives and hard drives all are recyclable. Even Christmas lights have copper in them. At the export loading area, electric motors and the sealed units from refrigerators and air conditioners are ready to be shipped. We have a loading dock where sea containers are packed and sent directly to the port, then on to such places as China and India.
Our philosophy here is we want everything we use, we want to be able to recycle. Everything that people throw away, we want to be able to recycle. In the process, we want to conserve energy, and create jobs as well.
At Adams Scrap Recycling, we believe that everything has a value, and that includes the people that work with us.
I came here to Adams Scrap Recycle, and they gave me a second chance. Within that second chance, I now operate a $500,000 machine. That's what's fun, man, is to be able to operate these machines and to be around people. I come here 6:30 every morning. I'm actually happy to come. I love my job. It's just a great place to be, man. I love this place.